So last year after St. Patrick's Day, I found these shamrock ornaments, and they're actually just wooden cutouts, but I made them into ornaments by drilling a hole into the top of them. And anytime I'm out and about, even in the springtime, I always try to find unique things that could be turned into an ornament. It was after St. Patrick's Day, so I got these on sale. And so I'm really excited to decorate them today. I've already gone ahead and painted them. They come in 3 different sizes. And if it's anything like last year, they should still be selling them. I also was trying out this new color. It was called Festive Green. I got in this giant bottle because if you haven't heard, Hobby Lobby is discontinuing their Decor Americana craft paint. So I've been trying to buy up whatever colors I think I need. So I got this big jug. Now normally I use holly green. And when I tell you, I don't know if this wood is just super thirsty or if this paint is just really transparent, but this is 6 coats of paint right here. And then the backs of them, not as neat. I think this is only 4 coats, so maybe not the best paint to use, but I wanted to try to use it. I'm sure it'd be fine if I was painting something smaller, but I wanted to give it a go, and I do like the color. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing today is taking these shamrocks and putting a Celtic knot on them using my gold POSCA paint pen. So I already did a little bit of research and found these 3 designs on Google and printed them out. I really like them. I'm going to try to do one of each on each shamrock. Probably the smallest one will be the easiest, going up to whatever I think is the hardest. And I actually own a shamrock ornament myself on my Christmas tree, but it's made out of glass. So even though not really Christmassy, there could still be some people out there that enjoy it. Maybe they have Irish heritage, or they just enjoy shamrocks. I'm going to start with the little one. I have already practiced twice on a couple others. And I did this design, and I like it. I think I did a pretty good job. So I'm using my large POSCA paint pen that is the gold color. There are different sizes, but I just think this one comes out a lot easier. And I just outlined the outside of it. And then I did what's called the Trinity knot on the inside on each of the petals. So for the knot, I started up in the top left corner, and you just curve and go straight down. You bring it back up to the other one, and then swoop it across the whole thing. So it looks a little bit like that. Each one's going to be a little different because they're handmade, of course, so they're not going to be perfect, but... So this one comes down, swoop it back up, and curve it across. And then to make it look a little bit more like this picture, I did add almost like a heart shape. So I just connected this side to this side, like this. I'm going to show you the other 2 here in just a second. Right now, I am recording this whenever there is about almost 12 inches of snow outside, because we just had that giant snowstorm come through. It is still January. I won't be posting this until later. But I have missed 3 days of school. So, yeah, hopefully everybody's staying warm and safe. So here are the 3 small ones that I did. This one was the second one that I did off camera, and I think this one is the best one. I might go in and do a couple of touch-ups, but I think they look pretty nice. This is the medium-sized one, and I'm going to try this one right here. I've already practiced it on one, messed up terribly, wiped it off, and then I did a good job. So you can do this in one fluid motion, but I cannot. So I'm going to break it down into some easier steps for me. So what I did first, I kind of cheated, and I did the heart first. So like I said, you can do it in one fluid motion, but I'm not good at it. And then what I did was I started down here, did the loop up through, and this part of the heart goes down and connects, and this part of the heart goes down and connects. and it makes the little knot there in the middle. Then you just repeat that 2 more times, and all the hearts are touching right here. The hardest part for me is making an even looking heart, because that is so not even. And then I did decide to go around the outside, because I just think that's pretty. So here's the 3 medium ones. This one, the pin really started flowing and kind of filled in some of the gaps. So when it dries, I'll have to try to go back in with some green and make those little spaces more prominent. But I really like how these turned out as well. Now on to the big one. For the biggest one, I'm going to try this one. I feel like this one's the hardest. I mean, it's not really too much different than that one. And honestly, they're not all too tricky if you practice them a little bit. But again, for some reason, the hardest part for me is making an even heart, and then doing the designs on the inside aren't too bad after that. So for this one, there's just a nice large heart shape right here in the center. And then you can do it again in one fluid motion, but I'm kind of cheating because I think it's a little bit easier for me to do it this way. I come down from this side of the heart, make a little bump and another bump, and then come down from that side of the heart. So it's kind of like a heart within a heart. I then do extend these a little bit because they're a little stubby. This is a fat pin. They do make skinnier gold POSCA pins, but I recommend this one. I just think it flows a little bit easier. There's probably a medium size, but the only other one I have is super pointy, and I don't really like it that well. It kind of comes out really runny, and it's almost not even a gold color. It looks brown. So that's why I'm using this larger one. This pin is also basically brand new, so it works really well. And then, like all the others, I'm going to go around the outside. I just think having one consistent item on here makes it look like a set. So that's why I like going around the outside. After I finished doing all the Celtic knots with the POSCA paint pen, I then did some little touch-ups using my dotting tool. Sometimes the pen just flows more in some areas than others, and it fills in some gaps. So this was a super easy thing to do. I just used my tiniest dotting tool and redrew where I needed to actually see some green. It really helped the Celtic knot, come through, and it made them all look cohesive and just cleaned up any of those little imperfections. So a really simple and quick step. I'm actually pretty much finished with all of these now. I can't pick a favorite. This is a rare occasion where I'm not sure which one really is my favorite because they're all very similar. So if you have a favorite one, the small, medium, or large, tell me in the comments down below. I did see these also at Hobby Lobby recently, so I know they have them. So if you're interested in making any of these, you can go and pick those up, or if you have a different idea to use with these wooden shamrocks. And here's the entire set all together, I think when you see them all together, you see just how pretty they came out, how shiny they are. I love the gold and the green, and it's just a beautiful, different ornament. I'm really trying to come up with different ideas, just not just overly Christmas all the time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.